Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the fight room. We're live for Dave Allen versus Filip Hrgovic. And right now, Michael Gomez Jr. and Lee McGregor are having a great scrap that I have been watching while I was getting everything ready. And it's actually looking like a bit of a fight of the year contender, potentially, if McGregor can stick with him. I wanted to score this. Unfortunately, I wasn't quite up in time. But I like Lee McGregor. I've worked with Lee McGregor a few times when I was filming in Scotland back in the day. But I do believe he was oversized when he was in the lower weights and probably a little bit, not undersized now, but just that was his main attribute, you know? But he's looking good. He's boxing well. Zachary says, yes, boys. Yes, Zachary. I'll just, I'm not going to score this because I was only sort of, the first few rounds only had about 3/4 of my attention, so. It's a salute from Jason UK Red. Thank you, mate. Hello. As you can see, the neon sign is back up. But I have plans for the set. I'm redesigning it. I'm not going to have the sound panels on the back anymore. Oh, three-piece from Gomez. Just shook McGregor there. McGregor's going down. Yeah, McGregor's taking a knee. Too much. He just overwhelmed him a bit. Gomez Jr. humps the air. McGregor's got a bad swelling around his right eye already. Very bad. That's going to close. Massive bruise already formed. Counter left hook from Lee McGregor. Trying to keep himself in the mix, but Gomez Jr. is just overpowering him now. McGregor started the fight really well, moving around Gomez Jr. But big up for the two, Mr. Foucault. Hope you're well too, man. A guy called Late. I am a bit late. Red Sun and Rudolph knows his back. Exactly. What's up with my eyes? I just woke up. I woke up like... what time is it? It's 6:20 here. I've been up for about half an hour. So yeah. I think my eyes are alright, but maybe you just mean in general. I don't know. They work though. Whereabouts in the world am I? I'm in Melbourne, where I live. But yeah, the time difference recently changed, which is brutal because sort that clock out for later. Yeah, the 9-hour time difference sucks because when you've got an evening fight in the UK, I've got to get up at like 5 in the morning to cover more than a couple of fights. So that's not great. When it's 11 hours, it's fine. Which is like half the year, so. Where's the scorecard and names? It's coming for the next fight. I didn't see this one from the beginning, so I'll score Dave Allen Hrgovic, of course. But this one, I'm just gonna watch it and give a bit of commentary. But I don't think Lee McGregor's gonna last too much longer. He's fighting back, but Gomez Jr.'s clearly got the power advantage. Oh, his gong shield's gone out there. I think McGregor he looked like he was holding his nose or something there. Like he was sort of buying for some time. You tried Batter's Haggis the other day and you're not sold. Well, I didn't tell you to do that, so. Well done for trying something new. That's always admirable. But yeah, guys, I'm redesigning the set. We're changing it up. Because the wall behind me is much further away now, people that were getting annoyed they couldn't see the full sign, you now can see the full sign. But it does mean that the sound panels look terrible. They just look They just don't look good. So, we're getting rid of those. I mean, they're still in the room to help with the sound. You just can't see them. They're on the other side of me. And I'm going to get like a big curtain, and I'm going to have like a little stand with some stuff on it. And I just think it's going to look cooler. Some nice warm lighting, you know. Should be cool. I'm watching Keyshawn versus Albright later. I don't think I will. I think I need to not do that because I'm really tired. I just need a bit more time off, and so I might watch it. I might not. I'll just see what I'm doing at the time. But I probably won't go live. Gomez Jr. is about to knock him out. He's really putting it together right now. He's taking a lot of shots here, Lee McGregor. A lot of head shots to the head. Yeah, definitely keeping the neon sign. Of course, keeping the neon sign. Albright's quite good. My sister did buy it for me. Very good memory. Grateful for every breath. Uppercuts from McGregor. But, yeah. He's doing really well to stay in there, Lee, in terms of the determination. But defensively, yeah, he's just getting hit way too much at the minute. And Gomez Jr. is not even slightly... He's got a tiny little mark on his left cheek. But, yeah, McGregor's getting hit way too much at the minute. What do I think about Fabio triggering the rematch clause? Good question. I was going to... I was thinking about doing a video about that, but it was just going to be like a quick one. Actually, guys, I have a question, because we've got some pretty hardcores in here now, right now. Let me do a poll. Well, I'll explain it first, and then I'll ask if people would be interested. I was thinking about doing a new content series on the channel called Henry Uncut, where, because I usually edit the videos. Like I put like B-roll, and I, just sort of I plan them out. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a series called Henry Uncut, where I just sit and give my thoughts on stuff, a bit more like the Ade and G-Man sort of style, but just do it every now and again when there's something that I want to talk about without having to, when I haven't got the time basically to go and edit a full video. Would people be interested in that? We won't do a poll, but just bang a Y in the chat if you'd be interested. Bang an N in the chat if you'd not be, because I could also start a second channel and do that. I don't know. I'm trying to think about that, but sometimes like I want to talk about a rematch clause being activated or something like that, but I don't want to have to go and produce a full video. Oh, Gomez has got him on the ropes. He's swinging like crazy. Lee McGregor's rolling with the shots, but people like that idea. It looks like people like that idea. All right, well that might be something I add to the channel, because then people will know what to expect. Like I don't want to. Yeah, it would just be like kind of doing a live stream almost, but not live, I guess, the way I would talk in it. Yeah, I don't know. I need to think about it, because the other thing is, I don't want to mess up the channel. Like I don't want to send it in the wrong direction where people start thinking this is like one of those sort of more reactive channels and whatnot. I want this to be more of a documentary style channel, so maybe that's not the right thing to do. I'm literally thinking about it on the fly. I started thinking about it yesterday when I saw the rematch clause got activated, and I thought, well, I don't have time today to make a full video, but I was like, I could sit down for 20 minutes and just talk and upload it. That would be super easy for me to do. They've called timeout. Lee McGregor's timeout. Have you seen the podcast between EV Boxing and Dan Morley? I saw they did it. I haven't listened to it, but both really good boxing minds. So hopefully it does well. Ade did a half-assed video the other day on his car with his camera falling over 10 times on his main channel. Don't sweat it. Yeah, but me and Ade have very different styles of channel, so I wouldn't want to F up the algorithm for my channel, which is, you know, I do that more produced style, and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't know. It's something to think about. Would I be able to fix the timer in the corner? So I'll do it for the Dave Allen fight, mate. I'll just hide it for now if it's annoying people. Actually looks weird. I'll leave it there for now. Basically, I'm setting up for the Dave Allen fight. Is this the point of shorts? Well, I don't like my thoughts being condensed to a 1-minute video. Oh, it's over. They called it off. Lee McGregor got stopped. When's my next chat with a guest? I actually did ask Ade if he wants to come on the channel this week to talk about Usyk and Verhoeven, but I haven't heard from him yet, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, I don't know. Obviously, I started that podcast, but to be honest with you, I wasn't really feeling it. I just felt like I could do a better job. I think it was like, yeah, I think it was fine, but it just wasn't. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do, and I wasn't really feeling satisfied by it. So I was just sort of like, yeah, I think I'll just leave it. Also, because by the time I found a window to release it, I feel like the topics I was doing were kind of dead. So yeah, people like the idea. People did like the idea, so I'll think about it. But it's nice to know it's an option if I ever need to. Anyway, if I stop doing the videos with the B-roll and the shots of the boxing and stuff, if for whatever reason I couldn't use those highlights anymore. But yeah. By the way, guys, hello, Tiger Duran. Hope you're well, mate. All right, let's get the scorecard ready because that fight's done. So yeah, I had a look at the first full cut of the documentary finally, because we've been piecing bits together. I've been looking at it in segments. Sat and watched all the way through, so that was pretty cool. And it's very nearly there. I think we'll release it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I know I said it could have been out in the week after we'd finished. I think that was a bit optimistic because there's always issues that you run into, and we had to restructure a few things. But anyway, it's got there in the end, and I think it's going to be good. So hopefully people will like it. Yeah, this is what I think. I'm far more likely to watch the live stuff than the heavily produced stuff. Your raw personality is more chilled than algorithm optimizer, Henry. Well, I do appreciate that, but yeah, I mean it's a balance, isn't it? Like obviously, it's nice that people like my personality, but also at the end of the day, when I'm talking about boxing, I'm there to deliver a video that is sort of, has a story, has tactical and technical information you maybe won't get on other channels, and so it has to remain focused on that. But there is, yeah, like you say, there is the other side to it, which is just me talking and giving my thoughts, and being myself a bit more, which is what you'll see in the documentary, actually, guys. That's really what the documentary is. So I don't know. We'll find the right way to be like that, but I definitely am not going to abandon the style I've developed, because I don't think anyone else is really doing my style. Not where it's like, there's lots of faceless channels that do similar, but they haven't got, well, like I say, I include myself in it, which is maybe where it's a bit different. But it's 49 degrees in Doncaster. 49 degrees what? Fahrenheit? See, too, I don't agree with you. Queensbury cards are bad. I think Queensbury cards are really, really good. You watch the reaction videos, yeah. I think that's definitely the most popular format on the channel, is the post-fight analysis videos. Big up Liam. Hope you're good, mate. Have I visited the road Neighbours was filmed on? No, I haven't. I probably should, though. It's quite a significant part of my childhood. What was it on before? There was some show. There was a show I used to watch in the evening that Neighbours was on before, so I always ended up watching Neighbours. Yeah, I don't know. Bean King says, don't overthink it. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like the uncut stuff for me anyway only really works if I've got like a live to do. So maybe I should just do more lives. Maybe that's the thing to do because I like having things to interact with. I don't want to. The reason my other videos are more, they're not scripted, by the way. I never script them, but I do make some bullet points of like what I'm going to cover in the video. So make sure I stay on track and hit everything. And if I take that away, I fear I will ramble, and I don't want to ramble because that is, people aren't interested in that. But anyway, Dave has got to cut the scar tissue earlier. I agree, Josh. Put the nut on him. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea because he ain't going to win on points anyway. So just don't get disqualified. But yeah, it's not really nice talking like that because we want to have a clean fight for sure. Everyone's given Dubois, and I'll stick for doing it. I'm not gonna praise Dave if he sticks his head on Hrgovic's face. Blue Peter. Was Blue Peter before EastEnders? I don't think that's right. Or after, sorry. No, it was something else. I can't think what it was. Please bang a like on the stream, guys. There's over 300 of you in here and only 46 likes currently. How long is the documentary going to be? I really wish we got to see more of the international boxing scene. It feels like there's a bubble between the UK, Ireland, and North America. Well, hopefully this one goes well and we can do more, mate. It'll be around 50 minutes. Oh, look who's back in the chat, Henry King of Cats. The guy who owes me money. And by the way, that £2 a month membership you've got, that's not going to cut it, mate. I want cash in one installment. What's it like to be in love? You've asked me that so many times, and I don't know what to tell you, mate. I've told you enough. I've told you enough. You're a sick man. Biker Grove. But I think these shows run in the day, weren't they? I can't remember. The only saving grace that Alan is fighting Hrgovic is that Hrgovic doesn't hit that hard. Exactly. No, that's exactly right, mate. Yeah, I think it was something after Neighbours I was waiting for, though. I'm just not sure. Maybe it was Robot Wars or something like that. Do people remember? I think I saw it was on telly the other day, Robot Wars. Or maybe it was on. Maybe someone had it on YouTube or something. Yeah, I know you have the money. That's what's annoying me. You've always had the money. Talk to you about Terra Moana. Big, physical, strong heavyweight, but unfortunately, I can't really say anything about him until I see him fight someone with a pulse. So I mean, this Turo 2, that's one of the things I've been telling him for a long time. He's always like, oh, I took this girl out, I paid for the whole thing, and she still doesn't love me. And I'm just like, yeah, he's a confused man, Turo 2, don't worry about it. Coming in on that message about being in love did a double take. Yeah. Well, these are the things that occupy some people's minds. Yeah, this is it, Adben. This is the point. But I also don't consider that debt paid because it's with interest. So he's not even covering the interest for that. Anyone know what's going on with Huey Fury? What a random question. I don't know. Do people think about what's going on with Huey Fury? He's been trying to get his body right, I think, his entire career from the sounds of things. I didn't even answer the question about what I think about Wardley Dubois rematch being triggered. I'll answer this. Do I see this as being competitive at all? Depends what Dave Allen shows up. So I know that's a cop-out answer, but it's just the facts. Like, if Dave Allen shows up with all his potential, that he talks down endlessly, but with all his potential fulfilled and on job, fit, defensively sharp, he might drag Hrgovic into the later rounds. I do think he'll keep him in there for a while, because Hrgovic isn't a crazy puncher. Anyway, my thoughts on Wardley-Dubois rematch being triggered. I think that Fabio Wardley thinks he's in a real-life Rocky movie, because after the announcement, he shared a video where Apollo Creed takes the rematch, and the his trainer's saying to him, "Stay away from him. I don't like him for you. You hit him with everything you had. He was still there." And it's cut against the fight and Wardley. And I think Wardley literally is living out his Rocky fantasy. And I think he's crazy. But I have so much respect for him. That mindset, that toughness is his biggest attribute. But what if his chin isn't the same anymore after that beating? You know, when are they going to do it? He probably needs... People were saying take a year off after that beatdown. So... horrendous beatdown in the end. And he had a chance to win it, but he didn't. Can he do it in a rematch? Obviously, it's possible. He had him down twice. This was the thing, right? I was getting so confused by people after the fight. Everyone was like, oh my God, how could anyone have picked Wardley? Mate, he had him down twice in the first 3 rounds. Like, are you mad? He very nearly knocked him out. Like, I don't understand people. But anyway. Yeah, so I can understand why he's taking a rematch. Because he was shit as well, let's be honest. Wardley boxed really, really badly. He has activated the rematch clause, mate. He's activated it, but then how long does he have to do it is the question. But anyway, yeah. It's, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what's going to happen. Well, Liam thinks Wardley could beat him. I mean, yeah, of course it's possible, but I would definitely pick Dubois in the rematch after what we saw. What would I do differently if I was Wardley? Establish the body jab. Don't just throw the right hand endlessly. Circle more to your left. Stay away from Dubois' jab. Counter off Dubois' right hand. There was stuff I said in the preview that he didn't really do. He didn't move his legs enough either. He was holding his feet way too much. Not that Wardley's got the best legs, but like he circles normally at least. He was just straight in front of Dubois. I mean, there's definitely a narrative going on about Ben Davison's tactics. I mean, he'll maybe feel that they weren't executed correctly, but look, there's definitely a consistent pattern emerging of Ben Davison fighters never ever using a high guard. And sometimes you do need to use a high guard. So, yeah, I don't know, it's a difficult one. Big up Usyk7465 for gifting a guy called Henry membership, and the membership has gone to Ryan Hanks. Congratulations, Ryan Hanks. You are now a channel member. Some people compare a potential Wardley-Dubois rematch to the Zhang-Joyce rematch. I mean, Zhang cracked Joyce's chin from my memory of the first fight, whereas Wardley never actually went down. But it might be right. Shout out to Usyk indeed. Another 5 memberships gifted. Thank you very much, mate. They've gone to Liquids, Adben, Otto, Stephen, and Hyro Protagonist. Big up Fitzroy Lodge, indeed. All right, guys. Harry says, didn't Zhang break Joyce's second fight? Did he not knock him down in the first fight? Could have sworn he did. it was stopped by damage to the right eye. So funny, I can't remember that. I mean, I remembered it being stopped by that, but I thought he got knocked down. That's the real Usyk, by the way. Oh, for sure, mate. For sure. I actually thought the fight was closer than I thought it would be. Maybe I'd pick Fab in a rematch. I'd have to rewatch it. Really? I just thought he got blown away outside of those knockdowns, and he had nothing left at the end. He was just getting bashed. All right, here we go. The ring walk's coming up, people. Scorecard's ready. Clock is ready. What's my DAZN code? You don't need it for this, mate. This is free. You just got to get DAZN. Just click the link in the description. And yeah, if anyone wants to watch this fight, Alan Hrgovic, click the link in the description to sign up to DAZN. It helps to support my channel when you do that. And then once you've got DAZN, then this is included in your membership. The discount only applies for pay-per-views. And I have it for the Usyk Verhoeven one, thankfully. Nora says, I think what people are saying, Henry, is that people are here for your thoughts. If your thoughts are a little less collected, some people are okay with that. Yeah. That's fair. And I get that. I do get that. But I definitely don't think the channel would be where it is if I had done that style of video only. So I've just got to be careful with it, you know? I think, because what my thinking for the channel is I need to move it more towards not always having to be a current news channel. As it stands right now, all my videos are about the fights that are coming up, and that's great. I'm always going to do that. But if you look at like an Evie boxing, for example, he can make videos about whatever he wants, and they hit. I've not found the way I want to do that yet. And I will do it. It's just time, really. I've done stuff before. I did the Curl Book career review. I did a Dillian White CV video at one point ages ago. So I've done some similar stuff. I just haven't had the time to stay consistent with that and the schedule. But I know that if the channel wants to get as big as it should be, I need to not rely on the schedule quite as much as I do at the moment. So yeah, I probably need to move more in that direction than doing more unscripted videos. Unscripted. They're already unscripted, but you know what I mean? Unedited. All right, here comes Dave Allen. Mr. Fuga says, some of us can't watch that for DAZN, so thanks so much for covering these bouts. Henry, you're the mate, all good. It's easy for me. You don't have to say thank you. I really enjoy doing this with everyone, and obviously I'm watching it anyway, so it's like, well, I might as well, yeah. This is such a stupid comment. You seem like a nice guy. Don't grift off your subscribers. Make videos, documentaries funded by yourself. Reap rewards if they are well received. So the thing about that is, yeah, is that I gave people an option. I said, either you can support the crowdfund for this creative endeavor, which is something people do all the time, by the way, outside of boxing. It's a normal thing to crowdfund for independent movies and documentaries and whatever, products, whatever it is. And people decide if they want it or not. People weren't going to get it if they didn't crowdfund it because I didn't have the money to do it. The channel does not make enough money for me to justify it. So if people want it, then great. If they don't, then no worries. I just won't do it. But people wanted it, and so they supported the crowdfund. It's very simple. It's very transactional. You pay the money to the crowdfund, and I will go make the documentary that I promised I'd make for you, and I'll try and do a good job of it. So, yeah, your comment's completely pointless, mate. But yeah, of course, if I had the money myself, then sure, I could fund it myself. And moving forward, I'm not going to do a crowdfund every time I do it, that's for sure. But yeah, this will hopefully be a proof of concept, and then maybe we can get funding moving forward. Henry disagrees because he owes me money. You're only here because you owe me money. Here comes Dave. Big exhalation. I hope he's more relaxed this time. I hope he's calm. Dan says, you and Evie Boxing, best channels on YouTube by miles. Evie's fantastic. I hope he gets his monetization issue sorted out. Because it'd be terrible to lose him from the space. He's really good. Dillian White is how you found my channel, Ryan. How was Dillian White how you found my channel? Was it because I did a video about him? Because I doubt Dillian White was promoting me. Here comes Dave. Yeah, he doesn't look as nervous as he did for Makhmudov. The atmosphere's not the same, though, is it? Remember the Raw when he came out for Makhmudov? Maybe it's just the way the microphones are set up in the arena, but it doesn't sound the same. This is exactly it, Richard. If you don't want to donate, don't donate. It's so straightforward. And I will never criticize anyone for not doing that. I literally said so many times, you don't have to donate. And in the end, most of the money came from 2 people, which was fucking crazy. By the way, shout out. I've been meaning to do this. He asked for a shout out, so I'll give him one. Why hasn't my stuff been signed out? This is really weird. All my stuff's been signed out. Don't know what's going on there. I don't know why I've been logged out of everything. This is really weird. Very weird. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sort that out later. You had that yesterday, all your stuff was logged out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Actually, when I got on YouTube this morning, I had to log into it. Well, hopefully all my accounts haven't been hacked, because that would suck. No, it seems like it's fine. Oh, anyway, yeah, I need to find that guy's name. But I need to go. I've not been on X for a while. I need to do it anyway. Actually, I can just do this quickly. So, where was that donation? Yeah, Deepak Nambasan, who is over on X, donated £1,000, just over £1,000 of his own money to the documentary. That was why we hit the number, which is absolutely outrageous, and an amazing donation. Like, I was blown away, and I actually messaged him to make sure he was like it was fine, because I found him. I found we actually followed each other on X randomly. Anyway, what a guy! I really appreciate it, and he just seems like a legend. I need to reply to him. I've been so busy since Tokyo, but I will send him a message. But big shout out to him. And yeah, thank you so much for that, because it was a huge amount of money for a single person to send for the documentary. Right. I know, I hope I haven't been hacked. I don't think I've been hacked. I think for some reason, I'm logged out of everything. I don't know why. It's very weird. Yeah, I've logged back in, so should be fine. 500 of you in the chat, please smash a like on the stream. Only 120 likes. Clock is ready. Scorecard's ready. No, I am ready. I need a coffee, man. Although the donator's going to get in the credits at the end or something. I don't want to do credits because it will increase the length of the film and people won't watch that bit. So what I will do is I'll put everybody's name in the pinned comment that donated. This is one thing I will promise you guys. You will get my documentary before the documentary. Big up Boxing Sauce. Liam says, I really don't want to see Dave get bashed up. Mate, me and you both. No one wants to see that. My hair's flopping down. There we go. That's better. Right. Really great boxing channel, says Collie Dub. Thank you. Come on, Dave. Yeah, the problem with my life is that I'm in Australia, so sometimes getting in and out of stuff can be difficult. But anyway, enough about that. It's fine. I just need to log back into everything for whatever reason. Yeah, I've got two-factor authentication turned on. All right. Hrgovic has been announced. We're about to get underway, people. Hope you're ready. Let me get my throat right. All right. Here we go. Miller says, great channel. Thank you, mate. Now, they've met in the middle of the ring. They're having their instructions read by the referee. We're about to get underway. Guys, don't forget to smash the like on this video. Subscribe if you're new, because you don't want to miss my post-fight analysis. That will be out Sunday morning UK time. Hit the notification bell. Jamie Moore, Nigel Travis hug Dave in the corner. Here we go. Seconds out. Round one. We're underway. Let's see what we got, people. Huge roar from the crowd. Dave comes out on the back foot. Body jab from Dave lands. Hrgovic jabs to the head and it misses. Overhand right from Dave. Just skims Hrgovic's shoulder there. Off the bat here, body jab from Dave. He does actually look a bit more relaxed, Dave. A bit more fluid. 1-2 from Hrgovic. Dave rolls with the 1-2. Double jab from Dave Allen. That's good. Body jab from Hrgovic lands. Oh, right hand from Hrgovic lands on Dave over his lead shoulder. Dave gets in the clinch. He throws in a little right hook on the inside in the clinch. Hrgovic does the same. My time is at the top right corner, mate. Oh, right hand lands for Hrgovic. Dave's rolling with it, but a clean shot. Hrgovic is doing quite a good job of just making a bit of space between himself and Dave at the minute, which makes sense because he's so much longer. When you have that reach and that jab, there's really no reason why he shouldn't be able to just stand at distance and pick off Dave. But there's a body jab from Hrgovic. Dave rolled with the right hand just before that. Body jab from Dave. Another jab to the body from Dave. He does need to invest in that body early, for sure, Dave. He needs to slow Hrgovic down. Big overhand right from Dave misses. I understand why he's throwing that, because Hrgovic does get caught over that lead. He brings it back low. Right hook from Hrgovic, just missing. Jabs from Hrgovic. Left hook from Hrgovic misses. Dave Allen on the ropes. There's a right hand from Hrgovic. Dave rolls with it. There's a jab from Dave that lands to the head. Now Hrgovic is backing up. Body jab from Dave as well lands. That's good. It's not a bad opening round so far for Dave. Not at all. Overhand right from Dave. Then a left hook to the body. That's good. And then a body jab. Hrgovic backing up. Hrgovic tries the 1-2. Dave just takes a little step back. There's a left hook to the body from Hrgovic. There's a chopping right hand over the top that Dave is just rolling with and taking all the sting off. It's a feints from Dave. That was good. It's a good opening round from Dave. He's not winning the round, but it's a good opening round. Oh, overhand right from Dave lands. Straight right hand from Hrgovic to the gloves. Hrgovic on the ropes there, throwing a few shots. It's actually quite a close opener, this. Right hand from Hrgovic. Left hook to the body from Hrgovic, then the head. Then a chop around upstairs, then a left hook to the body. Oh, that hurt, Dave. A right hand to the head. Yeah, that left hook to the body's working for Hrgovic there. Definitely a Hrgovic round. Dave was somewhat competitive. He had a couple of moments. Oops, that's the wrong way around. It is mad that Dave's the A-side in this, isn't it? How'd everyone score that? Yeah, 10-9 Hrgovic. Can't really have anything else, I don't think. Over 600 people in the chat, guys. Please bang a like on the stream. Only 160 likes. Make sure you subscribe if you're a new viewer. You don't want to miss the post-fight analysis. Dave's complaining about being hit to the back of the head. I think it must have hurt him. Run away in round 2. It's always a bad sign when Dave starts complaining, though, even though it might be true. But maybe it's just because he's got the mic on, and maybe they always do that. How am I feeling? I feel all right. Right hand from Hrgovic misses wildly. Jab from Hrgovic. He's just controlling the range with the lead hand right now. It's not a pay-per-view, Christian. You just got to get to zone. Jab to the body from Dave. Lead hook from Dave. Overhand right from Dave lands to the head. Thank you for subscribing, Disband. Appreciate it. Right to the body from Hrgovic lands. Missing the 1-2 there, Hrgovic, and then a jab lands to the head. Dave's really struggling with the length of Hrgovic. There's a jab. Big up Radium for the super chat. Much appreciated, mate. Can't wait to watch the documentary. Yeah, I'm excited for people to see it. It's going to be good, I hope. Body jab from Dave. We had an issue with copyright stuff, but we figured out a workaround, so it's all good. Right into the body from Hrgovic. Dave complaining about it being low. I'm a bit worried about Dave complaining. Or I just wonder if he's maybe not fancying it straight away. I've seen him complain a bit before like this when things are up, where he's against it, basically, when he's up against it. Oh, there's a 1-2 for Hrgovic that lands. But Dave moving back the whole time, so he took the sting off it. There's a left hook to the head lands for Hrgovic. It's when he gets right in front of Dave like this and start, oh, there's a right hand. That was bad. Right hook to the body. Oh, and then a left hook. Hrgovic is hammering him here with a few shots. It's just Hrgovic is just standing off him, and he can land when Dave can't because of that extra reach. This is quite concerning. Yeah, this is not good. Not a good sign for Dave. Oh, big overhand right for Hrgovic. Dave rolls with it. Hrgovic leans on him on the ropes. This is the thing. Hrgovic is a lot less ploddy than Makhmudov. A lot less ploddy. Left hooks to the body from Hrgovic. Right hand upstairs from Hrgovic through the guard. Dave really struggling to get close and get anything going. Little overhand right from Dave through the guard there. Jab from Hrgovic lands to the head. Dave's shorts are very low. You can actually see his belly button. There's a chopping right hand from Hrgovic. Left hook to the body from Dave. A right hook to the head from Hrgovic. Hrgovic's just too consistent so far. Oh, left hook to the body and then the head from Hrgovic. And another left hook to the body. Those left hooks to the body are the shot that's really sapping Dave, I think, right now. Oh, God, I can't see Dave getting through 10 rounds of this, I have to say. Tough watch. Yeah, another Hrgovic round. I have to say, I'm not too animated watching this, as you guys will see. I do get very animated at times, but, you know, it's hard to not see this as a bit of a foregone conclusion, really. I hope Dave can land something, but, yeah, Hrgovic is a top heavyweight, you know, probably top 5 in the world, so it's very, very difficult to be excited when you sort of just kind of hoping that things are all right, you know. Yeah, you can't watch the performance against Makhmudov and think this is going to go any other way. Jamie was telling him hands tight, get in his face, no regrets. So I think he's finding Dave a bit too negative so far. So he wants to pressure him a lot more. Round 3's underway. He is on the front foot now, Dave. Hrgovic with a jab right hook that's blocked. But yeah, Jamie's right. Dave does need to get his guard tight and come forward, because at the minute he can't do anything to Hrgovic. He can't be competitive if he's on the back foot like that, because Hrgovic is too long. He's definitely got to walk him down and get inside. Oh, there's that left hook to the body again. Hrgovic, this is easy for Hrgovic right now. He's just picking him off with long shots. Oh, there's a 1-2 from Hrgovic. Left hook to the body from Dave, though. But, I mean, that's... Hrgovic will eat shots like that all night. I mean, he's so strong and tough. Hrgovic walks him back. There's a left hook to the head of Dave there from Hrgovic. A right hook just missing. Left hook to the body, left hook to the head from Hrgovic. Dave gets close and clinches. Oh, Dave tried to use his head a little bit there on the eye. You could see that. He definitely meant that. Dave's definitely using the head a little bit on the inside, trying to get that cut open. And, you know, I don't blame him for trying if you want to win. Right hand to the body there from Hrgovic. Left hook to the head from Hrgovic, just missing. What do I think Dave needs to do? Oh dear. Stop taking as many punches. It's hard when Hrgovic is this long. Dave's walking backwards now and he's rolling these shots, but I think he's hurt. Oh, big left hook to the head from Hrgovic. Dave suddenly swinging. He's gone to the floor, but it was a slip. Dave started swinging some big punches there to try and stop Hrgovic from throwing. He's definitely feeling the pain of this, Alan. Oh, there's a big right hand to the head from Hrgovic. Left hook to the head. Dave's rolling on the ropes, but I think he's going to get stopped. He just hasn't got the speed. Oh, these are bad punches. They're all to the head, these shots. I think Hrgovic is going to stop him here. Oh, this is not good. Yeah, he's getting hit way too much. I think the corner are thinking about chucking the towel. They're having a look. He's got 35 seconds to get through this round. Overhand right from Dave just hits Hrgovic's shoulder. It's too easy for Hrgovic. These are just heavy shots. Dave's lying on the ropes. They're about to throw the towel in. Yeah. They've stopped the fight. Jamie Moore put the towel in. Wow, a 3-round stoppage for Hrgovic. That is a terrible, terrible defeat for Dave Allen. Not that we didn't think he'd lose, but he'll be gutted for it to have been stopped in 3 rounds. Hrgovic's just too good, too consistent. He actually is cut again, Hrgovic, which is crazy. He's going to get cut every fight he's in. Yeah, really disappointing performance from Dave there. But he should never have been in that fight, to be completely honest. They've embraced. Hrgovic is world class, and Dave isn't. Dave's domestic level. Yeah. Fight stream was way too short, says 202. Well, we can stick around and chat for a bit if you guys want. Absolutely, we can. You know, I mean, I'm almost wondering if I should even bother with a post-fight video. I mean, it was over that quick. There's just nothing to really analyze. Hrgovic just did exactly what we thought he would. The lighter weight for Dave didn't make any difference. He didn't look any quicker on his feet, really. Yeah. It was a mismatch, without question. Yeah. Tough watch, guys. Very tough watch. You know I'm a fan of Dave, but that was a tough watch. No more fights tonight, Sharp. I mean, well, there is the Albright Keyshawn Davis fight, which I suppose I could do, seeing as this wasn't very long. But it's not so much later today, so we'll see how we go. Make it short. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I presume they're going to make Hrgovic a Talman now. And it was over quick, so, you know, Hrgovic will have plenty in the tank still. No post-fight analysis needed. Yeah, not really. I'll do something. Yeah, Talma Hrgovic makes total sense. Oh, Dave will be really, he'll be really low after that. I do feel a bit concerned for him. Yeah, that was not good. Good luck to Dave. That's his pension sorted. Well, exactly. I mean, you know, against Karate, he says it's not even 1K It's not 1K, sorry, but long-time channel watcher. Good heavy bag session for Hrgovic. Keep up the good work. Unfortunately, that was a bit what it was. I'm glad you're watching the channel. Thank you for being here. But yeah, it wasn't much more than that in terms of the effort Dave put up. Big up Mashford. I hope you're good, mate. Oh dear. Yeah, that's really, really gutting for Dave. The crowd's booing. Oh dear, that's a shame. Look, it's one of those situations. If you're Dave, you're never turning that fight down. Never ever. It's great. You know, he needs to. You've got to get that money when you're a fighter. It's life-changing money for him. But he shouldn't have been in there with Hrgovic. On Dave Mentality, he said he may be done. Even said in his YouTube video he still wants to do something else in his life. Did they confirm that? Did he say that before the fight? Hrgovic said sorry. Might be a good idea to have an Australian time on screen. Why? I don't have a UK time on screen. Someone argued with 202 about it being a mismatch. Well, that was wrong. Should have just accepted that as a fact. Who gives an F if you sit in a high guard slipping shots? Not every shot hit Dave flush. He was trying to play possum and land a big shot. It's all he can do. Let him go out. Should ref robbed? Well, the corner threw in the towel, mate, because they didn't like how many punches he was taking, and he was taking clean punches. He was rolling a lot to take the sting off, but he was getting hit a lot, so I can't say I agree with that assessment. Yeah. Well, that will be interesting. I think that Moses will give him a lot of problems. If you go and watch the Gilles Zhang fight, Zhang obviously a bit of a ploddy heavyweight, fast hands, but ploddy with his feet. He gave Hrgovic fits from that southpaw stance over the top with that lead southpaw right hand. I think that yeah, but do you know what? I mean, if they weren't doing the rematch with Wardley, I wouldn't have mind seeing Dubois Hrgovic rematch. They need to do that rematch at some point for me. It is a bit of a contrast, though, this Queensberry card from last weekend, which was an absolute barn burner, and then this one's been a bit, you know. Well, McGregor Gomez was good. I can stick around for a bit if people want this. There's still 750 people in the chat, so we can do some questions and stuff. So get your questions in, guys. Do bang a like on the stream as well. We only have 247 likes. But yeah, get your questions in. I'll answer them best I can. Really showed there's many levels to boxing. Dave has looked half decent against other guys, but it was embarrassing for him tonight. Hrgovic is a tank. Yeah, I mean, Hrgovic is so many levels above Makhmudov. It's not even funny. Yeah. Yeah, Hrgovic at Town was a great fight. Fantastic. August will be when that fight happens. It's a few months away. Can't wait to cover that. Brilliant fight. Do you know what? That's what we'll do the post-fight video about. I'll talk about Hrgovic, Moses. But if Moses can beat Hrgovic, though, that is a proper win. He's going to just speak to Dave, and then I'll answer this question. Let's just hear what Dave has to say first. Haven't watched Chukajan Donovan yet. Dave's just saying he loves his trainers to death. Jamie and Nigel. I've spent some time around Jamie Moore, by the way. What a guy. Such a kind man. Oh, Hrgovic was just too good. Too long. Too big. Too consistent. Too good on his feet. People said the fans were booing, but I didn't see it. They're probably just booing the towel going in, really, but Dave just said, I'm not the best fighter in the world. I'm good, but I'm not great. But these people are giving me the career of a world champion. He seems all right, like. He just said Hrgovic's too good for me. Thanks for the super, mate. I'll get to that in a second. Herman Franklin Jr. He started to win the British title, he's saying. Said he's not sure if he could hang with Richard Riakporhe. Frotcher's in the ring. He's saying thank you, everyone. So anyway, Eddie's being interviewed now. When is the documentary out, bro? Tuesday or Wednesday? For sure. I'll give you a sneak peek now at the thumbnail. Or it's the thumbnail is a work in progress, but where it's up to. If you guys would like to see it, bang a fat capital Y in the chat if you'd like to see a preview of the thumbnail for the documentary. And it might change. It is a work in progress right now, but so you can kind of get a feel for the concept. Yeah, I think people want it. Let me just get that super chat before I forget about it. Who wins, Dave Allen or Jermaine Franklin Jr.? Probably Jermaine Franklin. He's been at the top level in a competitive fashion more frequently. All right, hang on, let me get this up. It's just a concept right now, but it's going to be something like this. So that is the cover for the documentary. The Discipline of Damage. I think that's going to be the title. So yeah, this is it, and this is the concept. And as I say, I reserve the right to change this concept. I might do that, but this is a preview of what is coming. And yeah, it's quite exciting. So yeah. But hopefully you guys are excited about it, because I'm definitely excited about it. And I hope that it's the first of many things by me that are documentaries. I know, mate. Risky out there in Tokyo. With my wheelie suitcase, yeah. Boxing Life in the chat. How you doing, Jamie? I already know everyone has subscribed to Jamie from Boxing Life, but if you're not, go and subscribe to Jamie from Boxing Life. Because he is one of the best in the game. Put a samurai helmet on yourself. So guys, make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Hit the notification bell, because there will be a post-fight video for this fight. Don't know if it's going to perform very well, but might as well. We'll talk about Alan Hrgovic in that one. Alan Hrgovic? Of course we will. But we'll talk about Hrgovic Talma is what I was going to say. Toaster King likes the title. That's good. The actual YouTube video will have a different title, but that's the actual documentary title for my to scratch my artistic itch. Yeah. Hrgovic already on the flight home. Yeah. Did I say when the VHS is out? Yes. Tuesday or Wednesday. You know, it's one of those guys where, like, we've been adding polish basically, and it's like the typical post process for a documentary, a proper documentary, is around about 6 weeks to several months, to be honest. We're trying to do that in 2 weeks. So, yeah, we're trying to develop a process for this where we can do these consistently, efficiently, and offer a good product. And the hope is in the future, you know, we can get like a DAZN, for example, to back us to go and do it. But the team is me and Matt, and we want to keep it lean, just the two of us. It works well. So if this one goes well, then, you know, we'll do more. Joshua Fury would be the dream for the next one. Don't know if that's possible, but that might be too big. But yeah. Mr. Medical says, don't rush if you don't want to. Well, I think if we can turn out a product that's not quite as polished faster, I think that's better. So like, it's still really good. It's just not like, you know, 2 more weeks of. You're gonna use a lot of music in the doc. Yeah, of course. It's a documentary, mate. Full blown. Full blown documentary. Boxing Life says, just, yeah, to be fair, Jamie did message me before saying he thought it could be a bad beatdown. Just sadly think for Alan, it was too big of a level gap between them for it to be competitive. Not sure what that says about Makhmudov. Guess styles make fights. Well, Jamie knows I've never been hard on Makhmudov. I think he's pretty poor. I really thought Dave could win that fight. You know, he could have. He could have if he was just a little bit more fit, a little more output, a little more positive mindset, I think. Who says Alan's scam? He's not scamming. He's just taking fights that are offered to him. What do you want him to do? Not take them, not make a living for his family? That makes no sense. If you want to complain about the fact he gets offered them in the first place, that's fair enough. But like, that's not the same conversation. How many times do you look directly into the camera and say, or is it? I don't know what that means. That's something I do a lot. Maybe it is. I'm blissfully unaware if that's the case. How's the doc coming along? It's looking good, mate. It's got a pretty, you know, it's got a decent story. you know, we didn't know what it was going to be before we got there, so it's never going to be like a strict story. But we have a narrative. We have some good scenes. A good bit of variety to it. It basically centers around the fight week, but we're exploring, you know, Japanese boxing domestically during the fight week for the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history. That's kind of the whole point. And yeah. So we go to Nakatani's gym. We go to a domestic gym. We go to a fight night. And then we go to the presser weigh-in. And then we, well, as you guys remember, we did a live for the fight. That's the basic structure. There's some bits, some shenanigans in Tokyo in between. And yeah. At what point do you think it's not worth the money anymore for guys like Alan? I mean, tonight's worth the money because it won't take anything out off his life, I don't think. They pulled him out because they could see he wasn't going to compete. But you know, it's more at what point does the money drop for Dave when the offer's not going to be there anymore, because it's definitely a hard sell now after a couple of performances that were not at the level. So I will release my documentary before Wilder releases his. I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm definitely going to make a post about my documentary being out before Wilder's when it comes. Is he a millionaire? Maybe. One more, and probably if he can get it, he should take it. I don't know if he's a millionaire, but he'll definitely have a few $100,000 in the bank. Maybe he's a millionaire. I don't know. I hope he is. Do you think that he has a chance of beating Davis? I haven't studied it at all. I like the look of Albright. I did watch his last fight. Keyshawn, obviously, extremely talented fighter. Yeah, I'm not sure. The wire in the back is killing you. Well, I'm sorry about that, mate. For now, it will remain. But I am planning a revamp to the set. And that wire will not be on display when I do that. But right now, it's there. Obviously, I'm just, yeah, this room, I'm going to transform it. So the idea is to get like, in fact, if you want, I can show you guys a mock-up of what I'm working on. Maybe I shouldn't actually, in case I don't hit the levels, but for fuck's sake, I'm logging out my chat GPT as well. My lass thinks you look like a grasshopper. It's nice. Appreciate the 2, Seesaw. Are you streaming Keyshawn Nahir? I might do if I'm not doing anything else. Where's this photo? Yes, we're going to go for something like this. Yeah, obviously this is unbelievably AI. But we're going to go for something like this. We're going to have some sort of stand in the background with some boxing stuff on it. We're going to have the neon, and I'm going to have a curtain. So that's basically what we're going for. ChatGPT is amazing. You can mock stuff like this up. So if anyone has any suggestions for this layout, then let me know. But this is roughly what we're going to be aiming for, and it should look pretty cool. But right now we look like this, and it's a lot worse. So yeah. But yeah, any feedback from the subscribers, I'd appreciate any thoughts, anything you think would look good. Big up 202 with the 2. Seesaw's hand thinks... yeah, well... Looks like a horror channel. Ah, yes, Mike Tyson Scotland. Well, I was trying to tell it that I have a Mike Tyson Scotland shirt photo because I had a Ring magazine on it instead. I was like, I don't want a Ring magazine. Put this instead. VHS player in the background. Yeah, maybe we'll dig one out. Chicken or beef for dinner? Beef. Why are you taking a photo of us? Because in the I took a photo of my set as it is, and I gave it to ChatGPT. But obviously, I had to take a selfie to do that. But then every time I replicated it, I was still taking a selfie with my phone. But basically, yeah, I took a photo of the current set, and I was like, "Help me design something better." ChatGPT is brilliant for stuff like that because I'm not really like a graphic designer or anything, so I need help with stuff like that. Any advice on how to start doing boxing content like yourself? Start. I know it's like a real annoying thing to say, but you need to start. Yeah, the thing about it depends. So you've got to think about what your weakness is as a character, right? This would be my advice. So my weakness is not that I'm not a good content creator, it's that I'm a perfectionist. And I didn't do anything for years because I didn't believe my opinion was worth hearing. And I wanted my videos to be too perfect. So I had to battle that. I had to find a way to make videos that I was happy with, that I could produce with consistency. So I had to battle my perfectionism, and I had to battle the fact that my confidence wasn't very high when I started, basically. But the confidence came for me because I realized quickly that I was offering something that other people weren't. And then I realized I knew my stuff better than I thought I did, and I learned and I studied and I got better and better. So you got to figure out what's stopping you from starting. If you're not starting because you don't know how to make content, then you got to learn how to make content. And there's so many resources online right now to figure out how to do that. If your bottleneck is you don't think know enough about boxing, unfortunately, mate, you're just gonna have to start. And you've just got to take a look and think about, what way you got to be really objective and figure out what your shortcomings are. But the other big thing is you've got to offer something different. What's your niche? What are other channels doing well that you can learn from, but then turn it into your own version? Because I don't like it when people just copy. There's lots of channels where they're just completely copying the style of another channel. You've got to bring your own things to the table. Of course, there's going to be similarities. Like, I'll do CV videos sometimes, like EV Boxing does. EV Boxing will do, fight analysis like I do. There's going to be similar things. But it's about doing it in your own way, not ripping off other people's analysis. I don't watch other people's videos until mine are done, so I don't get messed with in my head mentally, so I can, But anyway, that's the advice I'd give you. Figure out your shortcomings and then figure out how to sort it out, basically. There's a 10 here. Thank you very much for the 10, Knockstaff. As someone who wants to be a late starter in boxing, do you believe they can find success in the lighter weight classes? Started around 15-ish, 16-ish a few years back. Absolutely love your content. 16 is not too late to start at all, mate. That's fine. You'll have other things you were doing in that time, other experiences that let you know you want to do it. You've just got to... The best advice I can give you is absorb everything. You've got to absorb everything. You've got to listen to your coaches. You've got to hope your coaches are good enough. Listen to everything they say. And yeah, there's so much stuff online where you can absorb now. Study the game, man. So many fighters don't study the game. Work out what your attributes are, what you're good at, what you do well, and look at how you can apply them in a fight by watching other fighters. And it depends on your... Obviously, there's a degree of what's your natural talent level. That will decide at 16 how far you can go. But your ceiling can still be reached at 16, I believe. Obviously, it's not as good as starting at 9, but it's about mindset as much as anything, I think. And if you're in the gym 5 days a week, then you can do it. But it is harder in the lightweight classes as well, for sure, because athleticism isn't as important as in the heavyweights and whatnot, where you can overcome skill. Was messing about the grasshopper. Love you, bro. Well, it wasn't very fucking funny. I'm joking. Yeah, that's fine. Just keep sending the super chats, buddy. Couldn't you just screenshot or take a slide from your video? What do you mean? For what? Your perfectionism comes through. Your analysis is so in depth and feels structured. A lot of guys just ramble into camera, good thoughts, but they repeat themselves a lot. This is the thing, and I don't want that for myself. So yeah, I don't script the videos, as I've said, but I do, sit down before I make the video and I think, right, what am I trying to say? What's important to cover here? Because what I want from people to get from my videos is These are all the things you need to consider. It's up to you what you think about those things. I'll then give you my opinion. That's what I want people to get from this channel. I don't want people to come in and think you got to listen to my opinion and take that as gospel. I want people to have their own thoughts, their own perspectives, and then you will probably disagree on a lot of things, and that's fine. But the point is that you analyze all the information. I'll give you all that information, then it's up to you to do what you want with it. Sometimes I'll miss things, and then people can call me out in the comments. But yeah, that's the idea of having more of a structure and more of a. The other thing is, man, people don't watch videos if you don't have some kind of narrative. If you just ramble endlessly, no one wants to watch that, unless you're like just a massive name and you can get away with it. Your technical analysis are levels above most other channels. Most are just hype, gossip, and banter. Well, I appreciate that. I do want some substance here. Forget everything Henry said. Be a can crusher. Nah, just keep training hard, man, and see what you get. What the F are you talking about? Don't know, man. Who knows? Don't listen to me. Thanks for the advice, mate. No worries. Was I around when Boxing Gossip was around? I remember the name. I do remember the name. You two would be a lethal combo. Me and who? Oh, Boxing Gossip. I don't remember who it was. I vaguely remember the channel name, though. Why Alan lost? Because he didn't have good feet. I mean, his feet were definitely too slow to get away from Hrgovic or get close enough to cause problems. Have I heard of the heavyweight prospect Joshua Edwards? I think I saw a clip of him on YouTube this week. Heavy hands, I think, but I need to study him. I don't know. Let's have a look at his box rec. Joshua Edwards. 6'3". From Texas. 9-16 as an amateur. He's 26 years old. 6-0 as a pro of 5 KOs. Has only fought tomato cans, so yeah, I've got absolutely no idea how good he is, but yeah, he might not be great. When do you think the Japan doc will be out? It will be Tuesday or Wednesday, for sure. Of course, there's more polish to add. We could endlessly add more polish. It's trying to find a balance between speed and producing the best thing we can. As I said before, my perfectionism is a problem. Matt is doing the edit right now, so by the end of today, we should be pretty bloody close to being finished. You think I should pay attention to him? He's signed to Golden Boy. Sorry, I got itchy nose. Insane balance, speed, and counter punching. All right, well, we'll have a look. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I could have taken a screenshot, you're right. But I didn't. But I was using my phone to do the upload, so, it's fine. You think I'll rate him? I mean, I need to see him against someone half decent first, but sure. I mean, maybe he's got some talent. It's not a good amateur record, though, so that's not too encouraging. But who knows? I mean, Wardley certainly can get his head off the line and get shots up the middle. I think that in this fight in particular, he was looping wide. He was spamming that right hand, wasting energy. I don't know why he was doing that. It was a poor performance in many respects. But yeah. They're talking about the heavyweights right now on DAZN. Usyk champion, Dubois 1, Kabayel 2, Fury 3, Wardley 4, Hrgovic 5. It's a great mix right now at the top, isn't it? Atalma about to enter that mix as well. How do you make the decision to release and stop polishing for any of your content? Do you use a hard time limit? No. I just have a structure and a format down for my videos now. And the speed that it takes me depends on how many videos I've done about that topic already. Because I'll already have a lot of content that I can pull from other videos. But if it's the first time I've done a fighter, it takes a lot longer because I've got to download all the videos and stuff I need. Basically, I've developed the formats now, so they're I edit them the best I can. I'm always happy with the polish now. The only level up would be adding more graphics and text and stuff like that, but I don't really think it would improve the videos that much at this point. So, But yeah, my videos are hard bloody work. There's no question. You know, I've got to lock in for sort of, on average, probably 4 to 6 hours. So this can be a bit of a full-time job for me, really. And it's, you know, what's my work schedule like for my job? That's a good question. Well, I work for myself, so I decide. But there's a lot. Yeah, I've got a lot. I've got a lot on. I don't really get much time off. I get 1 day off a week, if that. I work late most days to get videos out when it's busy, at least. So yeah, it's pretty intense, and I'm working hard, man. Like, look, we all have to work hard. I'm not unique. Life's got really difficult. Things are really expensive. I've got a lot I want to achieve at the same time as paying the bills. So you've got to push it really hard and work your ass off, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm tired all the time. I literally feel like I've aged 10 years in the last year. I swear I looked a lot younger when I started the channel, literally not even 2 years ago. So yeah, I'm pushing it hard, but I believe I can go all the way with this, so I'm going to keep pushing it. The dream would be the money to come from this and the documentaries. I'd love to do 3 a year. Three specific pieces about boxing in different countries around a fight week. I think it's a great model, but I'll let you guys be the judge when the documentary comes out. I need all your support with that, though. You know, when it comes out, watch the whole thing. Make sure you bang likes on it. Hype it up. I'm definitely going to need you guys to hype the video. All that stuff. But yeah, really appreciate the support. Should have worded it better. I'm 21. I'm 21. Started at 16. Well, how good are you now, mate? What's your level looking like? 5 years, you'll have an idea of your talent level right now. But I mean, so much developing still to do at 21. Oh yeah, any thoughts on Loma coming back? I want to know why he's coming back. Is it just because there's money out there right now? There's way more money than when he retired. You know, the Saudis are on the scene now. That's a funny comment. Where's that? Where's that gone from 202? We were just young, gorgeous lads when you started the channel, Henry. Now we look like grasshoppers. Hard work, good, but prioritize sleep. I mean, yeah, to a degree. Glad you work hard for us and that your work is quality because of it. Yeah, I mean, I can't. You know, I've done videos before where I just talk, right? And I don't have any editing. I did it. I think the last time I did it was the post-fight video for it was the Zuffa debut for Jarpataya. All right, the zone stream's done, so now I can talk without that in my ear. It was the yeah, it was the Jarpataya fight, and it did actually good numbers. It did good numbers. I think it did like 18K or something. But I didn't like the video. I wasn't satisfied with it. I've got to also be satisfied with what I'm making. So we'll be interested in your pre-fight analysis between best heavyweight in the world and a kickboxer. I think the discussion there will be more around. I'll have a little look at Verhoeven and see what I can. But the discussion will be more around what it will tell us about Usyk's decline and also the heavyweight scene in general, where it's moving, because it's a given that he'll win that fight. It would be a freak upset if he lost it. It's impossible that he'll lose it. Verhoeven's not a spring chicken himself. And he says he's been boxing for all these years, but come on. Come on. So have all the other top 10 heavyweights that couldn't be Usyk. It's like, and they've only been doing that. What would be your dream subjects for these fight week docs? To be honest with you, Usyk in Egypt would have been crazy, because looking at Egyptian boxing, what's that all about? You know what I mean? That'd have been cool. But for the rest of the current schedule, Italma's first world title would be cool when he gets to it. Fury Joshua would be cool. But yeah, locations are the big thing, I think, combined with it, because then you get that travel component as well. You learn about a new culture. I would love to go to Russia and do something. I don't know what the access would be like with that, but imagine going to Russia and doing like a B-Vol fight or something. That'd be crazy. Yeah, not really that interested in doing Saudi, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, I have to have a think about it. Monaco would be cool. The Matchroom sometimes do that Monaco show. But yeah, there's loads of stuff we could do. But the main thing will be doing it around a good fight with an interesting culture to get stuck into. Try and find that story in Fight Week. Do you know Chris Andre? Did you know Chris Andre boxing? And have you no idea what happened to him? I don't know him. I know of him. I only found out about him when I started my channel. So people were saying like that. Apparently, they reminded me of him. They reminded him of me. Well, how do I say that? My words are losing me right now. But anyway, they were reminded of him by me. I never watched him, but I went and checked him out afterwards, and he was really good. He spoke really, really well. I think for most channels that are struggling when when there's a good presenter or someone who knows about boxing, it's usually because they haven't got the overall package which you need for YouTube to perform well. You need, you need a good camera, you need good production, you need to edit videos. We don't need to. This channel's doing well, but they could do, you could do better if you edited them. And you need good thumbnails, you need good titles. You need to think about all this stuff, and just knowing about boxing is not enough. So you've got to have a balance of everything. You've got to be a good... This is the thing, right? YouTube is about making good content, first and foremost. So it combines all my favorite things. What's your job outside of YouTube? Funnily enough, I make videos. I'm a video producer. I make video content for I've got a couple of corporate clients. I do creative videos for them. I mostly do client testimonial stuff. So if anyone here has a business, they need client testimonial videos doing, then give me a shout. Because I can do it all remotely. I've created a system where I can do it all remotely, and it works well. And yeah, more imports Chris from Japan. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely a business for the future. By the way, what I do want to do, you can talk to my mate about it. Oh, thank you very much for the 10. I'll get that to that in a sec. My favorite menswear brand. This is not sponsored. This is my mate's clothing brand. And I've just ordered some new t-shirts from them. A Sassy Menswear. They ship worldwide for free. I'll do a screen share so you can see it. Need to just fix this. But yeah, this is my mate's clothing brand. It's really nice stuff. Just like, kind of like essentials menswear stuff. And there we go. There we go. A Sassy Menswear. Yeah, it's really nice stuff. So go over there and check it out. Their website is studiosassy.com. And as I say, this is not a sponsored plug. They're just my mates. And that has disappeared for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But anyway, it was working. There we go. Yeah, it's they're really nice clothes. I can show you quickly. They've got like, like oversized t-shirts, fitted t-shirts. They've got linen pants. They do polos and stuff as well, which I think they're restocking at the minute. But yeah, really nice clothes. And I met them in Bali. I used to share an office with Chris and Kelly, the co-founders. What are you adding to the Henry Law? Oh, the crisps. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on the Fury Hall fight? Personally, I'm sick of these stunts. Mildly intrigued to see how good or bad Tommy Fury is. There's always some intrigue when there's a massive weight discrepancy to see at what point the weight becomes more of a factor than the boxing skill. But how good is Tommy Fury in the first place? I don't really know. Not very great. Not very good. So not interested. Why don't you like Saudi? It's not I don't like Saudi. I'm just not particularly interested in Saudi. I've been to Dubai before and it was fine. But it's a bit of a soulless place for me. I didn't love it. Yeah, I've been a few times. I've got some very good friends there. But yeah, don't know. Just doesn't really appeal to me. Where's the doc? Out Tuesday or Wednesday, mate. Box Raw have been filming with Bivol at home, so you might be able to get there. Probably best to be careful as an independent filmmaker. I would say so, yeah. Struggle with consistency. Oh, you're talking about your training. Due to financial reasons. Developed a solid jab and right hand, but poor head movement and footwork. I've done a few smokers, but competing has been difficult for 165. Well, yeah, man, you just got to work out what style works for you and get as fit as you can, and then develop it. Much more stable now, though. Good, mate. Well, get stuck in. But if you want to get, it depends what your ambitions are. If you want to become a pro and get really good, you need to be in the gym 5 days a week. And I think you need to be really thinking about what you're doing. There's so many guys who go through the motions. They're just doing what the coaches say. I mean, yeah, do what your coach says, but I think you need to be really mindful and smart about how you develop your style. Think about what you're good at, what you can do, and then really think about your tactics and your strategy for your fights. So if you've got, for example, if you've got a long jab and you move in and out the pocket well, develop that body jab, make it a massive part of your game plan. People don't think about what they are. They just react to what's happening in front of them too much, I think. I don't understand what you're saying, Babe Z. I guess the fight is over. I guess nobody wants to answer. I'm a female courtesy, please, lol. I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, I tuned in late. What's going on? The fight, yeah. Yeah, the fight's over. Keep it up, Henry. You're a diamond gazer. Cheers, mate. Do appreciate it. Oh my god, here we go. More rumors. You're an idiot. When's the doc out? Tuesday, Wednesday. Will the stock still be coming out? Of course it will. Imagine if I didn't release it after we did all that crowdfunding. That would be a freaking big scam. No peanuts in the stream. No peanuts in the stream. Absolutely bloody not. You refuse to dress like a grown-up. Fair enough. We can talk about Fabio again. What do you think about Fabio triggering the rematch? I think he just made a business decision. No, I don't think it's a business decision at all. I think there will be other big money fights for him. It is a business decision. You're right, of course. But what I will say is that Fabio Wardley I think if you go and look at his store on Instagram right now, he's got a Rocky edit that he's made or someone's made for him, talking about Apollo Creed when he took that rematch against Rocky. And you know, I think he thinks he's living out a real life Rocky movie. I really do. I think his mindset is insane. I think he's amazing competitor, and I think he wants to get it back. I think he wants the story, and I think he'll get great money. The rematch, there'll be a lot of money in the rematch. It did huge numbers. You know, my post-fight analysis video was, I think, the third biggest video I've ever done. So yeah, it's a massive fight, the rematch. What do we think of the DAZN team of Barry Jones, Frampton, and Macklin as pundits? I don't think it's Macklin, is it? Was Macklin in it? No, it was Darren Barker. Yeah, fine. I like Barry Jones. Obviously, I love Carl Frampton. I do think they need someone in there who's more of a, like myself, maybe a bit more of a pure analyst, because they provide additional comments and what. But I would love to be able to get on screen for DAZN and do one of my tactical breakdowns, like a Monday Night Football style sort of thing. Get a screen, get the tactical arrows and all that up, and break it down properly. I would love to do that. It's not letting you send a super chat. Well, the GoFundMe's still open if you want to send some money. I don't know why it's not. Maybe you've got a VPN on or something. Caballero is about as hittable as Dubois. Don't think I agree with that. I know he got hit a bit by Naiba, but if you go and watch Caballero Matmadov, for example, he defended very well in that fight. He has good legs, Caballero, and if he's on it, he's on it. You imagine? Don't think that's going to happen. Maybe. They've just announced Canelo is fighting Mbili in 12th Riyadh. What do you think of that matchup? I need to study Mbili, but from what I understand, he's quite basic, but has a great work rate. Yeah. He's obviously a talented fighter. But I'm positive Canelo would not take a comeback fight that he didn't fancy. Because imagine if he lost again. They have ringside roof on there regularly. What's that? They don't do the screen sort of breakdown things, though, do they? I don't know. Oh, ringside. I think I follow her on Instagram. In fact, I know I follow her on Instagram. I don't know what she's like as an analyst, though. I don't think I've ever seen her break things down. I'm sure she's pretty good, though. She seems to study quite a lot. Thank you for the 202. Sending money for Mr. Will Guitar. Mr. Will, you're going to have to get him back somehow. You still have to go out on a date. He took that rematch clause. If Daniel shows up the way he showed up last time, he's only going to get beat worse. I think Daniel will be even more confident this time as well. But Fabio can box better because he was really bad. Like, he really got away from the game plan. He boxed poorly. He's a fast learner, though, Fabio, and he'll probably think he can adapt. He can adapt and make adjustments to the whole thing, you know? So, yeah. But anyway... guys, there's a few hundred of you left in here. I said they didn't have any analysts. Well, maybe I was wrong. I'm wrong sometimes, Morton, as you know. Well, guys, I think we'll call that a stream, unless anyone's got any burning questions they want to ask before we go. 202, your missus does like my voice. Your missus does like my voice. You just don't like to accept it, but that's okay. Can you tell DAZN to offer crowd audio without commentary, Henry? It's my mission to make that happen across boxing. I have no power, so no. But yeah, I mean, you should write them an email. I'm almost as hyped for your Caballel BS Usyk breakdown video. Oh, versus. I thought you meant like bullshit. As I am a potential actual fight, I got Caballel. I mean, yeah, interesting. We're staying here until Davis versus Albright. I ain't staying until Davis versus Albright. I might come back on for it later, but I need to have some breakfast. I'm going to do my post-fight video for this. And yeah, I didn't realize Keyshawn struggled on the scale. What did you think of Keyshawn's struggle on the scale? Jimmy says, are you posh, Henry? I think it'd be really weird for me to call myself posh. I don't really like that sort of stuff. Like, that's like someone, like a posh person saying, oh, are you common? Like, that's horrendous. So, like, no, I don't think or talk like that. We're all just people, and I live like a normal person. I don't know what else to say. Henry sounds posh to me, but I'm from Yorkshire, so everyone ends up sounding posh. Well, I went to school in Yorkshire, funnily enough. Grateful for every breath. I'll write an email. All the best, Henry. I respect your perfectionism. The standard of your channel is good. It shows in your content. Thank you, mate. Yeah, but that perfection, I've got to manage it, bro, because it can be a curse. You don't start anything otherwise. It's why it took me so long to get the channel going in the first place. I was just too, you know, self-critical. But then you sort of realize that probably if I'm that critical on myself, no one's ever going to be more critical than I am on me. So, yeah. And you know, sometimes you'll get feedback from people that's, you know, sort of critical. And if you don't agree with it, then because I know I'm hard on myself, I think about things. I try to do the best I can. I try to justify the way I behave with logic and my morals. So I know that if I don't agree with something someone said, if something hits a nerve, then I have to sometimes sit and think, well, am I doing this the right way? Do I believe in what I'm doing? Is this okay? Then yes, then great. But I always think about it because sometimes you can be wrong, and sometimes you can overlook things. Sometimes and yeah, it's worth listening. And yeah, you just got to make sure you've considered and thought about things first. So yeah, anyway. I'm the same. You've broken through yours at least and made a great channel. Thank you, bro. Jimmy says, your voice is excellent. Don't take my question as bad vibes. You're excellent. Yeah, no, do you know what it is, mate? It's not that I take your question as bad vibes. It's just that I don't like to speak in terms of like saying posh or saying this or that. Like, I don't know. It kind of puts people into a class box, and it makes a separation from one another. And I don't want that. I've got no interest in defining the world around me like that. So yeah. I understand your question that you were just asking if I'm like, I don't know, I don't really understand it, to be honest, but yeah, basically you're asking if I'm posh. I know you didn't mean anything bad by it, but I just don't like to think like that. Ask Ade if he can put in a word reader zone. Good word reader zone. He said you're the best YouTube boxing channel. Look, Ade's my mate, and I really appreciate him saying that. And I'd love to do some stuff on DAZN, but look, I've got an influencer manager who I speak with at DAZN, who knows I would like to be an analyst at some point on a broadcast. So maybe one day I will, but I think I need to get the channel bigger first. I think the channel needs to be considerably bigger before we get to that point. Because you know, if you've got the numbers, then they'll pay attention. So, but yeah, I mean, to be fair though, there's not many channels that are doing bigger numbers post-fight than I am right now. I think the channels that outperform me are True Geordie when he posts, Carl Froch, Wade Concept's a bit bigger than me, and Showbiz the Adult. But they've all got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. We haven't even hit 30 yet. So yeah, it's looking good for us, guys. I think give it a couple years and who knows where we could be. You're an educated man. Don't feel embarrassed by people calling you posh. That's what everyone wants for their kids. Don't even entertain that bollocks. Yeah, look, I have got a good education. No question. 3 degrees, actually. Which is actually not a sign of my intelligence. It's a sign that I was very confused for a long time and didn't know what the hell I was doing with my life. But yeah, I've got a good education, but the whole posh thing, it creates separation, like I said, and I don't like to speak in those terms, but I understand it's just an easy way to kind of describe it. Most of us like Dave Allen as a bloke, but that really felt like a cash grab from him for me. Yeah, but like, he was afforded the opportunity to do it, so what do you want him to do? Not take it? You know what I mean? When you're doing another stream where your subs call in and discuss boxing, I want to hear some of the regulars takes. Do you know what? We should do that again, and we should make that more regular. 202, that is a very good shout. I reckon once a month we should do a big call-in. Yeah, we should do that. I like Dave as a guy a lot. I think he's a great analyst and pundit, but I don't want to see him in any more mismatches again like that. Yeah. Morton says, I respect that you don't just do rambling about the news. I have ignored a lot of boxing channels because that was all they did, especially when their knowledge base is just gossip and hype. I think, like, the problem is a lot of these channels, they don't have, like, a fight week schedule. Like, I've got a whole schedule that I do. You know, you guys know I do the story of the fight when the fight gets announced, if I have time. Tactical analysis. We can do psychological if we want to, but we usually go story of the fight, tactical analysis, prediction video, live stream, post-fight video. That's the schedule for each fight, basically. I've never really outlined it that clearly, but I probably should. And then I'll do a live stream reaction short as well. And sometimes I'll do some shorts with my thoughts from the videos as well. But the thing it's missing at the minute, we're missing that kind of non-time sensitive documentary style content. So me going out and doing stuff, and also career reviews, taking moments in time and making videos about them. I've been talking about doing that for a long time and I've not got around to it, but yeah, I will. Your channel will continue to grow nicely if you just keep up this content. I hope so, mate. I do think, oh, my page has crashed. I do think that there is capacity for faster growth. I think there's more room to grow faster. We can grow faster as a subscriber base on this channel. So yeah, and to do that, we need more evergreen content. Right now, these videos, they last for the duration of the fight week and then they're done. So yeah, we definitely need to come up with some stuff that lasts longer. Hopefully the Japanese documentary will be the start of that. That's the hope. Did you go to Eton? No, I did not go to Eton. You should have a PhD instead, Dr. Henry. Yeah, I did too many different things to have a PhD, unfortunately. Jerry Jig, the only other one I watched for analysis is, but Rummy's like the guy I watched for legacy content and EV boxing. That's cool. It was a mismatch only because he lost. Before that, it seemed like an even fight. No, buddy, it didn't. I'm sorry. No one thought it was an even fight. No one thought it was an even. If you're talking about Hrgovic, I presume. Think you're beating Wade's numbers, but might be wrong. It just depends what fight it is. I think occasionally I'll outperform Wade on some UK stuff, maybe some American stuff too. But nah, Wade does way bigger numbers than me. But he talks about so much more stuff. He talks about all the influencer stuff, and you know, his channel is just a lot bigger than mine. So yeah, no, he consistently outperforms me. But I think I will occasionally outperform him on the odd video, but I only check on the numbers to kind of get a sense of what the topic size is and if I've performed well or not. Because if I haven't performed well, then I'll think about what I did in the video badly and I'll try and improve. But the only way to know how big a video could have been is to know how big the topic size was. Because obviously, like, a Dave Allen Hrgovic video is never going to be as big as, you know, a Fury Joshua video, to be flippant. Kind of nice the show ended early, though, because this live is quite relaxing. Did you go to Queen Ethelburga's college? Do you know what? I think we played them at rugby a few times, actually. Quegs. Yeah, Quegs. They were unbelievable at rugby. I didn't say Showbiz sucks. Are you talking about me? I did not say that. I don't watch Showbiz particularly, but I don't think he sucks. I just think he's got a certain talent set that suits his audience very well, and he's obviously found a niche for himself, so fair play to him. He's killing it. I love Dave, but can't help feeling disappointed. I know he was the heavy underdog, but I feel like he underperformed even for his standard, and React would do the same to him, I believe. Yeah. I don't really know anymore. I long held the belief that he was more talented than he'd shown. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't know how good Dave is, to be honest, but I just know that you can't keep going and performing like that. But the level was too high for him. How did I meet my girlfriend? I met when I was living in Bali. I remind you of Punch Perfect Boxing. I remember him, yeah. I actually only kind of started looking at him a little bit, though, when he actually stopped, annoyingly. Really good quality boxing analysis rather than just a random fan's opinion. Honestly, it was a shame with that dude because he was really knowledgeable, especially about those lighter weight classes. And but his channel, he needed to upgrade his channel quality. That was the problem. I don't know if he stopped because of the numbers. I don't know why he stopped, but if it was because of the numbers, there was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of stuff he could have improved with his production, and that would have made a big difference, I think. There's a lot of guys like him that are super knowledgeable and talented, and their channels just don't look good enough. At the end of the day, what people have to remember about these channels is we're making videos. You have to you can talk about boxing, you still got to make good videos. So yeah. Did I go to St. Peter's? I did not go to St. Peter's, but the fact that you know St. Peter's and know Quegs tells me you probably went to one of these schools. I would guess. I played wing and fullback, and I was very, very average. I was extremely average. I was not very athletic. I'm okay. I was quite fast and quite good. I had a good sidestep. I was pretty nippy. I could tackle, but I was very small. So yeah, and I didn't. I was always in the lower teams, so I never really got the good coaching. I was average. I was just an average player. Dulwich College under 12 rugby players look like it's Alma. Really? It's good. What if you had more slogans, Henry, like, that's boxing, and you say it every few minutes? What if? I don't know. I don't know what would happen if I did that. What was the fight that got you into boxing? Well, I was just very curious about it. You know, Rocky movies, obviously, you see those and you think, wow, this sport is beautiful. I did not go to Yarm School. What school did you go to? You have to tell me that, and then maybe I'll tell you where I went, because this guy clearly knows his Yorkshire region schools. Yeah, what was the fight that got you into boxing? Well, David Haye was really the boxer that got me into boxing in general. I got into him around the time that he became world champion, and I remember watching the Klitschko fight and being very, very gutted, and I just couldn't understand his performance at the time. I was like, why did he do so badly? He's like fucking so fast and powerful. How is he so bad? And then I remember his Chisora knockout, which I absolutely loved. And then Pacquiao. Around the same time, I got really into Manny Pacquiao, and I loved him, and I got kind of obsessed with the whole Mayweather-Pacquiao matchup not happening, and I used to watch loads of content on it. And you went to Fetties? Oh, do I know you? Because my best mate, one of my best mates, his dad was the headmaster. Not Fetties, sorry, that was I'm talking rubbish. Not Fetties, that was no, maybe was it Fetties? Hang on. No, it wasn't Fetties. So I've got some mates who went to Fetties, actually. I went to uni with some people from Fetties. How old are you? No, I was thinking of Loretto. There's a school called Loretto that my mate's dad used to be headmaster of. Would you say Japan has pretty underrated boxers and boxing culture? I think that they are dominant in those lighter weight classes, and I think that a lot of them have a lot of losses on their records, but they're actually pretty good. The boxing match, the night I went to, was not the highest level, but it was just like a Wednesday night show. But there's lots of Wednesday night shows that are fantastic, and we went to a lower level one, but like it was you'll see in the documentary, but the attitude they displayed, the aggression, the violence was another level for the quality, I'd say. You were ringside photographer for most of David Haye's fights, was even carded as his shooter for a few. That's so cool, man. That's very cool. You must have some amazing photographs. Loretto is not as good as Fetties. Well, it's certainly a very good-looking school, Fetties. I used to live around the corner from Fetties. I did not go to George Heriot's school. Haye was a quitter. I think he hurt his toe in that fight. He did. He did. Looking back, what do you think has been your favorite fight? When I was just a fan, my favorite fight was probably Joshua Klitschko, because it was just so much drama, and yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it? That I've covered on the channel. Maybe Crawford Canelo. I really enjoyed Crawford's performance that night. How clean is Japan? Japan is unbelievably clean. Unbelievably clean. Watson Eubank is the first fight that really impacted you. Yeah, I can imagine. I was not really into boxing at that point. I was a small child, but yeah, my family are not into boxing at all. So it's kind of just something I discovered through living life. And I had a mate at uni who got me into it. When you lived in Stockbridge, did you ever go to the Lion? No. I used to go to the Bailey. The Bailey's the best pub in the world, man. Do I know you, beautiful golden dragon? I feel like you know a lot about me. Cool. Right, I think it's time to go. But guys, thank you so much for being with me on this live. It's been very good, very fun. Nice to chat. Yeah, Unfortunately, it wasn't the performance we wanted, but the live was good fun in the end anyway. So, yeah. But any last minute supers, fire them in, and I'll get to your questions quickly. I'll just stay for 2 more minutes, and then I'll go. Do you ever watch 80s and 90s fights? I've gone back and watched quite a bit of Marvin Hagler. Amazing. But not particularly, no. I spend so much time studying for the fights that are happening now. I don't really get a chance to go back. But I'd like to. But the thing is, guys, there's only so much boxing my brain can handle. I don't want to spend all my time watching those old fights. You know, when I'm not watching to study, I kind of want to just not do something that's not boxing related. So yeah. But you will get to see me on the pads in the documentary. Speaking about, I was just going to say I was starting the training again properly this week. And my God, I'm slow. I'm so slow at the minute, but last minute super. Thank you, dude. You were a small child for Eubank Watson, lol. Yeah, I would have been. When did Eubank Watson happen? How old do you think I am, mate? Eubank Watson was. Yes, the first one was June 91. I was born in February of 91. So yeah. I am not under 35. I'm exactly 35, Mr. Medical. Oh, you know, I understand that they're very high quality. I have looked at some at times, but it's more that I just don't have time. I barely have time to watch football anymore. I barely watch Chelsea. Like, doing this channel and trying to make a living is just, it's all consuming. But if I come up with a video that requires me to watch some old fights, then I'll do it for that. But obviously, look, I'm never going to speak with the credibility of someone who was around at the time watching those fights because I don't have the context, you know. Had to support. Thank you, mate. Also, thoughts on AJ's chin? It's probably not as good as it was. I don't think it's absolutely terrible. But it's... I don't think he's got the best chin, but I just think it's bigger issues that he gets hit so clean. You look about 28. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't feel 28 right now, but I need to rest. I'm actually really excited for the Usyk fight to be done, and then I'm going to have a week where I'm just like chilling in the evenings and not making videos. Unless something crazy happens, which it probably will. If Shakur Stevenson goes to Zuffa, for example, that needs a video, but I'll get a weekend off at least, so that's good. Nice, Daniel. So yeah, 12 years between us, 11 years between us. Thoughts on Xabi Alonso to Chelsea? I think it's a great appointment. I just think the club's fucked, and I think it doesn't matter what they do, who they appoint, the club is fucked. And I find it really hard to be excited about Chelsea anymore. So, good morning to you from Australia. Good morning to you from Australia too, my friend. I'm still wondering if I know that guy that went to Fetties. But maybe he's younger, I don't know. Interesting. By the way, guys, for the first time in my life, I own a mouse, which is hilarious. I got this gaming mouse because I need to get faster at editing. And people will laugh their heads off at me because I've been using the trackpad and keys for the last few years, which is absolutely brutal. And I reckon I'm maybe at this point the best trackpad user in the world, but people laugh at me. They're like, what's wrong with you? But I've also ordered another screen and a keyboard, so... Basically, the reason I've done this is because I've realized my posture is awful. Like, my neck just goes forward because I'm spending so much time at my desk. So I've bought a monitor so I can elevate things. I've got this standing desk now, which is good. So, yeah, I've invested in a setup so my neck gets better because it's been really sore lately. Too much time at the desk. But anyway, is that a G Hero? I don't know what that is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off now. I'm going to have some breakfast, and then I'll do my post-fight video for Alan against Hrgovic. I'd love it if you guys could all be there. Smash a like on the video and all that. Watch it to the end. Hype it if you want as well. And we'll definitely get into a Talma Hrgovic because I think that might be a bit more interesting to talk about. The Hrgovic match has been, my friend. Been and gone. Do they have boxing training as a sport in private schools in England? They do not. Otherwise, I would have done it. They had karate, but I didn't do that. I used to kickbox before I started at the school I was at, but back in the day, I was pretty decent. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I've got. G502. Yeah, exactly. It's good. I like it. It's only like 20 quid or something. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. But thank you so much for being with me. This has been another live from the fight room. We'll be back next weekend for Usyk against Verhoeven. And I will see you all for the post.